Alright, here we are, a little drizzly outside, but beautiful weather for this time of year. We're up here in Mullan, Idaho, about 3,200 feet above sea level, the northwestern slopes of the Rocky Mountains. This is part of our Chuck True series. In this edition, we're going to talk about Dumbshit logging, the Firewood episode. We found a spot right where the pavement ends. A local citizen told us to come up here. They noticed some cedar that was laying in the road. So we came up to check it out, and sure enough, we discovered over here that one of the neighbors has been up here cutting wood, apparently for firewood. They left a mess, and when we went up the field to see what was happening, we noticed that there's 4 pieces of cedar that's been cut, live trees, which up here is, that's a big no-no, to put it kindly. So, like I said, this is the Dumbshit edition. Firewood cutters, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you're a logger, same thing. So here you go. We're going to go up there and shoot some video, and you can see for yourself what we're talking about. Okay, well, you can see here where this cedar top is laying in the middle of the road. This must have been what got their attention. And over here are some dead tops that were obviously part of this firewood cutting operation. I mean, instead of cleaning all this up for firewood, all this is good burnable wood, but they were selective about what they wanted to take, or they were in a hurry, we're not sure. But as you can see, there's all kinds of cedar laying around here. Brand new cedar. This is just, I mean, it's unbelievable that somebody would think that they could come up here and do this and get away with it. I mean, it's unconscionable. All this live cedar. This is a little cedar grove coming up here. You don't see these very often. All these trees up here are cedar. But apparently they were in the way when this Dumbshit came in to cut some firewood. And instead of trying to cut around it or cut this firewood in pieces, they just cut everything in its path, which unfortunately was all this cedar. So let's take a walk up here and get another look at things. All this cedar has been cut into short lengths, 4 to 5 feet. It's not dead by any means. And cedar doesn't grow that easily up here. It's getting harder and harder to find, especially these little patches, these cedar grow patches. This is all cedar. You can tell by the scent. It's got a specific scent, and the bark. We're going to walk up here a little farther, take a look at these stumps that they cut. As you can see, here's what was a live chunk of cedar. You can tell by the texture on the bark. There's a chunk of the wedge that they cut out of the tree to get it to fall a certain direction. Here's all the shavings that came from their saw. They split that one in pieces trying to get it through. There's one cedar that's no longer alive. We're going to count them up. There's a short piece. There's another wedge. Okay, so there's another stump. There's 2. Here's one that's, I don't know, could be 30 years old. Looks like they tried to cut it so it would fall that direction over there. But they changed their mind when it didn't go, and so they cut this at an angle. You can see where that one fell there, and then the top of this one here went this direction here. That's why you see all these chunks of cedar laying here. This is another one they cut. It looks like it's growing, but it's not. Here's all the shavings. You can tell this is a brand new spot where some derelict's been cutting firewood. Probably ran out of wood this winter and came up here after the snow was finally gone so they could get some more firewood to get them through the rest of the spring. There's the stump, red fir stump. Here's the cedar stump. There's another cedar, and this is the other stump that they cut. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6 cedars that they killed so they could have some more firewood to get them through the winter. This is what people do up here, though. They don't cut enough wood for the season in the summertime because they're too lazy, and they run out of wood, and then they do things like this in the springtime. This isn't acceptable, though. This is just, you know, idiotic. I have some choice words to say, but I'm not going to mention them right now on film. But this is the direction everything went. You can see where all this dead wood is down here. Okay, well, to end this episode, you know, like I said, it's part of our Chuck True series. Our logging Dumbshit Firewood Cutter edition. They drug the butt sections down here after they left the tops up there. Apparently the tops weren't good enough for them. You can see the wood shavings from where they drug the butt section down here. Just by coincidence, we happen to walk by this house here. It's at the end of the road. And there's a big pile of chunks of wood, you know, just big enough for firewood, but obviously the butt wasn't dead enough for them, so they got it outside of their driveway, looking like they're going to cure it for this summer. I'm just disgusted. So there you have it. Dry in the sky. Mullan, Idaho.